Ouchie, I just hit my hand. Hey, welcome to the stream, Mr. A. How you doing? Yeah, today I was actually debating about if I should do Valorant or something else. Or yeah, Valorant or Genshin. I pick Genshin because I want to get the quest done in Fountain. But happy holidays.
Witness my magnificence! With all my strength! Hey! Spring for it!
I'm good, how are you? I'm doing great. Thank you for asking. Just woke up a lot earlier than usual. Took a shower, made some breakfast for myself, and now here. So everything's going awesome. Right now, just doing my lead lines before I start on any what do you call it? Any quests. Just use my resin and get it over with. By the way, what other games do you play? I'm not sure if I asked this before. Not a holiday for me, unfortunately. Next week, Friday, Monday are holidays. I have no idea what those are about. Yeah, no worries, no worries. That's why I said happy holidays. Cause I know Thanksgiving is that's an American thing. So instead of saying happy Thanksgiving, I should say happy holidays. Cause it is near December and whatnot, so I guess it counts.
I see everything! Hold the line! Positions! All eyes on me! Everyone hold hands!
Oh, it's just her.
Propagate!
Okay, that should be enough for that. Can't do any more. Maybe I can. Hey, welcome to Stream Stornor. How are you doing? Blanche's letter. Yeah, today I'll be and then he said, "Hey, welcome to the streaming store for days, self chat. Does anyone get the feeling that nowadays NPC mods have more health and our way NPCs Mons have more health and are way harder than most weekly bosses. NPC. What are you talking about? Oh, you're talking about the open world stuff. Yeah, the new like they're not I wouldn't call them mini bosses since I feel like they can be harder than the weekly bosses like you said. Or not or actually maybe not the weekly bosses, but I would say actually I don't know. I guess it really depends. But yeah, I get what you mean now. But yeah, how are you doing, Morgan? Still playing Genshin or doing something else?
More fun than I thought.
What if I catch the older brother last? Okay, there's a girl, Lavi. Where the frick is he? He should be like, yep, he's right here. 3 million HP, I would rather go to the Spiral Abyss and fight the one up. I don't know. Like let's say you put the same boss, right? Or the same NPC, whatever the frick you call them. If you put them in the Spiral Abyss on top of whatever the frick they have in the first place, then that'd be really hard. But since you can't, there's nothing like that at the moment, I think they're okay. I think it's good to have as the I think it makes the game more fun to have like a sense of fear of danger. Because like before, when you first started in Genshin, right, everybody was a low level, so avoiding high level areas, especially areas with a lot of rune guards, was, you know, a common thing to do. But now that everybody is kind of like in the end game, it's good to have like enemies like that, in my opinion. Does your silence indicate displeasure? How long does this go for? Is it too much to ask to expect you to make some noise? Impressive. Yeah, one way respect. I never talked to that turtle ever. I never even knew that turtle was even here in the first place. Have you fought the fifth guy in the new region where Farina flower materials are? I dare you to fight him without using your strongest team. I found my strongest team. Alright. What's my... You know, what makes a team not strong? What about I use the team... Oh. Well, the thing is, I can't use Mona because she's C5, but... She is a Santa character, so... I don't know. Let's see, what's not my strongest team? What the freak are you talking about? I heard a... Was that my Alexa? Alright. Oh, yeah, there's Dea. Who else can I do? Who would be considered not strong? I don't... Let's see, what about this? That works. Actually, I might die really quick, huh? What if I did this? That seems normal. Save.
Got a job for me?
And then... Here, let me go do my daily commissions first. I go all the way over here. You're about to get PTSD. Nah, the only thing that can give me PTSD is Hydro and Cryo Viscerals. That was nerve-wracking, in my opinion. Especially considering you have to have like a... If you want to do everything in one go, you have to have a very specific team. It's so dumb.
I see everything. Rest and rebuild. Here. Germinate. Make yourselves at home.
Oh wait, I was supposed to have to use my companionship team for that. I just realized that. My bad.
Please, let my name echo in song. This is trouble.
We're here. Oh, whoa.
The backseat is here. Banquet must go on. Apologies.
Can't run from death.
In the end, I still...
Now use Ito, Sino, Neuvillette, and Singsho. Well, first off, 3 of those characters are not even leveled up. Second off, I don't even have any good artifacts for either of them, which sucks. I don't know, like, let's see. Alright, let's go find this guy. Or wait, I haven't even finished this one. My bad. Man, a lot of these commissions are like attacking. Wait, no, that's not attacking. That's a time trial, or what do you call it? Speedrun trial, I guess. That's an impossible task. Or maybe it is possible. It's just gonna take forever without me not getting hit. Like how long would you actually have to play just to beat a 3 million HP boss? Like I'm sure it's possible, but I am not gonna devote that amount of time. I don't even think I have enough time for all that. I'm a casual whale. Do.
Ad Astra Abyssosk. Welcome to the Adventurers Guild.
Collect her. Oh, these guys are not even done yet.
Ad Astra Abyssosk. Welcome to the Adventurers Guild.
Hey, welcome to the stream, Fossilor. How are you doing?
Thank you for completing today's commissions. Here is your reward.
Alright, let's look at this team. Weapons, artifacts. That's alright. Alright, where is this boss actually? I actually don't know. Is it over here somewhere? Or what? I actually don't know the exact location. I just know it's like somewhere. Somewhere this area, right? I don't even know. Where could this guy? Where could this guy be?
Allow me. Yoo-hoo! Stop that!
You're open.
Oh, Weeping Willow. Okay, in this area.
Buckle up. Hold the line.
Wait, is that him?
Rest and rebuild.
Wind strike.
Good luck, Yonita. Alright, we'll see about that.
The tea can wait.
Let's get it on. You asked for it.
Oh, nope. I messed up on my combination.
As one with wind and cloud.
Permanence of the deep.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to wait now.
Let's move on. Uphill battle.
Ooh. And this guy only uses his fist? A gentleman personality, Rocky Avildsen.
Allow me.
Whoa.
Let the world come alive. Buckle up.
I feel all my hard work are doing more damage than they are.
Torrent, bring refuge. Rest and rebuild. Walk alive. Shower me with praise.
Gloves off.
Oh, she's almost dead.
Allow me.
Wind strike.
Yoo-hoo!
Fallen leaves. Adorn my night.
Billowing surge. Time to shine.
Your mommy teach you that? Let's get it on. Ha!
Shower me with praise.
Oh my gosh.
Rebuild.
Physique.
The only thing keeping me alive was like the amount of HP that Farina and Kokomi has. And the healing. I wonder what's his lore. He seems like a good person. I don't know. I just don't know why he attacks me out of the blue. I didn't even use this team right too. That's the sad thing. Happy Thanksgiving. Won't be eating turkey or any other Thanksgiving related foods since I'm too broke to afford. Yeah, no worries. I mean, I'm actually going to a relative's place later to have all that. That's why I'm streaming this early. Although I should try to stream this early more frequently.
becomes the hunted.
Alright, well, since we're basically just doing quests today, might as well do this one, since it's within my range. I think I've seen this one before, too. Ah, yes. Alright, seemingly Craven Redhead. Hi, girl. Today just isn't our day. Tough luck for us both. I see that you're out for a stroll with your pet, but you walked right into our camp. You'll pay for that. We were about to call it a day, but thanks to you, we got more work to do. Just our luck. What are we gonna do? We're being robbed. You're missing the point. First of all, Paimon's not a pet that needs to be taken for a walk. Whatever, you think you're the boss? Paimon will show you how wrong you are. It's showtime. We're the legendary Arukubox and Paimon. It's your last chance. Outlaws, surrender now or prepare to meet your end. Well, isn't that something? A pet that talks, that could fetch a handsome sum on the market? A handsome sum indeed. Enough talk, let's do this. Wait. Monsieur Havisham, Monsieur Jingle, I thought we had a deal. I promised to give you my goods, and in return you wouldn't hurt any innocent people or animals in the internet. They're referring to her as an animal, so I mean, technically, all humans are animals, but like, well, actually, Paimon isn't even human, huh? Or actually, there is no, wait, I don't even know. I don't even know what's considered human in Teyvat. But no matter what comes our way, my brother and I always learn from our failures, so we lost our job because we didn't work hard enough, and we'll be sure to work harder than anyone else at our next gig. I also work harder than most when it comes to fighting crime. Oh girl, I'll admit that you don't look like the typical hero, but you got guts. If a fight's what you want, then that's what you'll get. I'll have you know that this isn't our first rodeo. Please, would you all just hold your horses and listen to me? What good will it bring to fight each other? I would hate to see any of you get hurt. You know what? I've got enough money for all of it. I'm not sure if it's sufficient for your services, but I'm willing to pay double the ransom if you lay down your weapons. Are you okay? Thank you for asking. I do miss my usual freedom, but apart from that, I'm fine. I thought they were the ones that locked you up, then why don't you accept our help? Why are you offering them an even bigger ransom? My dear friend, sometimes you may encounter difficulties in life that you cannot overcome by yourself. I believe Monsieur Havisham and Monsieur Jingo have found themselves in such a pickle. I have the choice to save the lives of 2 people or even 4, all for the cost of a negatory sum of gold. Wouldn't you call that a fair deal? And you needn't worry about me. I have reached an agreement with them. Good thing you were with us while I'm free to play. 2 teams got destroyed by that guy. Yeah, I want to build my other characters so that way I can, use all my characters. But since I'm still in the process of leveling all of them up, I have all the materials. I just don't have enough books for all of them. I have the Mora, I have the materials. I just don't have enough books. That's indeed what you said. That's indeed what we heard. All that for someone you had never met. You have a heart of gold, my friend. I'm so touched. We are men of our word. We'll let you walk free today, lucky girl, and don't forget to take your pet with you. That's good. Alright. Arukubox, Paimon, you can both go home now. No need to worry about me. I'll take Monsieurs Havisham and Jingo to retrieve the goods they have been promised. An easy task if I ever saw one. The treasure hoarders free the redhead from his cage, and the 3 of them head east together. They're gone. Arukubox, do you really think the treasure hoarders are gonna let him go? He doesn't seem like the sharpest knife in the drawer. He could have paid me to fix the problem. Maybe the 3 of them were putting on an act? What are you saying? They're in this together, but they're already long gone at this point. If they did that to trick us, all power and dying to know what's going on. They just headed east. Why don't we follow them? Time to do the limit time event story. Oh, there's another one? Oh, there is. Event has ended. Yep. Yeah, this one I didn't complete because I'm lazy as heck. Wait a minute. What? Oh, I can't. Wait. Did they actually? Wait, I can actually still
Move out.
retrieve the rewards? I'll come back later. I'm gonna watch some anime. Good stream though. Yeah, no worries. Thank you for coming by, Story Day, and have a great day. Happy holidays too. Now I need more purple books. Purple books and brown ones. Not books. What do you call it? Those photo filters. At least that event wasn't worse than the 1.0 madness for food delivery. And for food delivery? I don't even remember that. Actually, I think I do remember that one. I felt like the worst event was like the very first event. Like, I'm not sure if you guys were around then, but the very first event in Genshin, you actually had to use resin to participate. And nobody liked that. And ever since that event, they've made all events resin free. There they are. Let's find a place to hide and observe. Here are the goods that we agreed upon. It's not much, but it should be enough to help you muddle through. Let me check. The exact amount you promised, no more, no less. You're not one for a film plan, we respect that. Anyway, I'm sure this is just a drop in the ocean for you, and you wouldn't mind if we took a little bit more, right? I mean, you got so much more that you don't think twice about partying with it. We'll do a better job after you're looking after your fortune. So I was holding out to hope things would be different this time, but it always ends the same, doesn't it? All the tricks are what they are for a reason. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. I wonder, are you just as generous when begging for mercy? What do you say, Arukubox? Should we help him out? Let's keep watching for a while. I feel like this guy is secretly strong. Huh? Well, you're the boss. The redhead whistles and the two men leap out from the hidden spot in the woods. I'm afraid not. You see, we too have a few tried and true methods to get back everything you fished from innocent people. This is your last chance to give yourselves up, and you'll save us the trouble of having to go through this whole song and dance. If you ever want a lesson taught, I'm always ready. Huh, where did you two come from? And you, when did you get changed? Huh, you're the real circus, aren't you? Get ready to be clowned on. Oh, he changed outfits. I did. What the heck? Am I fighting already? What a mess. Regency, why don't you take a break, brother? We'll handle them. Black and I've got this. That's right. Give it to us, or should I say having blue lumps more than... Thank you for your kindness, but it would be rude to keep your friends waiting. What did he find us?
You're open.
Dang, he's taking on the big guy alone.
You're open.
Ha! Buckle up.
Alright, where's the other guy? Then you were just lucky to have missed one of the worst events. I don't think I missed any events. It's just been so long that I don't remember it, or it wasn't really that significant. Yeah, every single event I've done. Maybe not completed though. The only ones I know for sure I was not able to complete were events like... Yeah, like this isn't the first event where it's like, it's relying on friends. Like there was the Liban event. You know, the one where you give stuff to the merchant and he gives you stuff, right? So there's events like those I didn't complete. Events like this I didn't complete. But none of them have any like limited time rewards. If that makes sense. It was just events like the ones that are limited like day by day basis. But any other event where there was like limited rewards, I've always gone. But in my opinion, the worst event was the one where you had to spend resin. I don't think any event could actually top that. Because like, what event actually makes you spend resin, right? Literally no, it was so bad to the point that after the first event, the very first Genshin event, they decided to make all events afterwards not cost resin. Like, what can get worse than that? I don't see how any other event could top the first event in terms of being the worst. Like, it was so bad that they literally had to change the history of how events would work in the future. That itself is crazy. You're ganging up on us. Let's see. Hardly fair. Wasn't the Albedo machine event? I wasn't sure if it was made by Albedo or not, but I do remember it had to do with a cauldron. It was like a cauldron event thing where you like activate it, and to activate it you have to use like resin or something. Boss, what should we do with them? Wanna ask our friends over there? Oh, that's a toughie. Yes and no. We only target bad guys like these two here. Paimon's not sure Paimon entirely falls, but what Paimon does know is that these two are bad guys. They tried to rob us earlier. After that, you said that you'd give them valuable cargo for free and lure the bad guys here into an ambush. That means you and the other two must be undercover law enforcement officers. Lapdogs with the mice on guarding us. You make me sick. Fortunately for me, that's not the case. I don't agree with things they do in pursuit of justice, but at least it is justice that they're after. That's something you lying good for nothings can never understand. Anyway, we're just a bunch of nobodies, but even nobodies have the right to believe in a cause, especially when it concerns matters of justice. There's no way we turn a blind eye to transgressions happening right in front of us. They have committed terrible crimes here, and even though they had promised to let you walk free, they never intended to actually let that happen. How do you know what they are actually thinking? You must listen carefully, not only with your ears, but with your head too. Not sure if I completely understood him, but it wouldn't hurt to try. You take a few deep breaths to cast aside a few unwanted thoughts and clear your head. Try to recall what they said. All that for someone you've never met. You have a heart of gold, my friend. I'm so touched. We are men of our word. We'll let you walk free today. Girl, take your pet with you. As if verbal agreements amount to anything, we'll be back to finish you once we're done with this moron. It's no surprise to me. Okay, so he's talking about interpreting the words. Paimon thinks Paimon's hearing it as well. Well, Paimon's a mind reader now. What do you mean? What we actually think, what we say. We say what we mean. It's not true. If we just got carried away, we just got carried away, that's all. Well, maybe once or twice, 3 times. This has never happened before. We've learned our lesson. We've got to get back up. Here, take our loot. It's all yours. Life has not been kind to us, or else we would have never had stooped as low as robbing. We better warn the others. Please give us another chance. We'll make an honest living in Limendale Harbor. Once we're back at camp, we'll get the others. You're gonna pay. Are you saying you're ready to change? Of course, as if. As we have said, so have you heard. Well, that makes things easier. Okay, then we'll believe you once more. Blue Black, let them go. Alright. We promise to become better men. Call for backup. And we will thank you properly in the future with some broken ribs. Anyways, bye chat. Yeah, no worries. Thank you for coming by store for today and have a great day. And also, welcome back to the stream, TK. How are you doing? Well, I gotta go back to work, so see ya. Yeah, no worries. Thank you for coming by and have a great day at work. Having said their piece, the 2 treasure hoarders hurriedly head south. How could you let them go? I'm sure you heard their thoughts as clearly as we did. What's the hurry? Since you heard their thoughts, you must be aware that not only do they plan to continue with their crimes, but they also have plenty of accomplices, so you're playing the long game. Bingo, this is a perfect opportunity for all the fish to swim into our net. I'd be an idiot to let this slip by. But what if there are too many of them? Can we come with you? Arukubox knows a few moves. If you hadn't let them away in the first place, robbing bad guys every now and then is a hobby of mine as well. How I'm sure you meant by punishing, right? Since you're willing to help, I'll give Blue and Block a day off. Fine by me. Fight with me, the boss calls the shots. Those two lying weasels have returned to the camp to rally their brethren. Let's give them some time, then pay a visit tomorrow evening. No problem. By the way, we still don't know your name. It's just a code name, but you can call me Rogue. I'm doing great. What about you? I'm doing great. I am just woke up, took a shower, made myself a sandwich, and now I'm playing. Plan on going to a family's place later on today, which is why I'm streaming this early. But hopefully I can repeat the schedule more often, but we'll see. Anyway, they're saying wait till the next day. Yeah, this one's gonna do the free verse in those maps too. I'd rather, like, if you have any spoilers for me, I'd rather not get any spoilers about anything, if possible. I just randomly picked up this quest, and since it was within my vicinity. Go to the treasure hoarders camp. Yeah, it's for Thanksgiving, the family gathering that I mentioned. Came back to rather people can't trust a word they say.
Troublesome. Suffocate. As one with wind and cloud.
Turret, bring refuge! Let my name echo in song!
You asked for it.
There's some car here. It looks like they have been busy, but I think they'll take the hint this time around. When you've done your part, you should have some of these as well. It feels weird, I'll pass. To yourself, thank you. In a way, I fear I don't have anything else to offer you except my gratitude. What are you going to do with the loot? Give to those in need, of course. Oh, I get it now. You thought I was going to keep this all to myself? If I were to do that, I'd be no different from them. So, like, what do you really plan to do? I mean, what I said to Havisham and Jingle, I'm sure you know by that now. The world is full of extreme inequity, poverty, and greed. Some people resort to the life of crime only because they have encountered difficulties that they believe are insurmountable. I would love to lend those people a hand. Havisham and Jingle, on the other hand, belong to the other group, those marred by insatiable greed who resort to violence to rob the weak and seize what doesn't belong to them. If the laws of Fountain cannot ensure that they receive the punishment that they deserve, then I will. Whatever your opinion, I will continue doing what I believe to be the right thing. I'm sure you have your reasons. You could call this arrogance, which in turn could be construed as another form of greed. Fortunately, I'm not alone on this path, and there are like-minded people by my side. Even if we can just make it just a tiny difference in the world. Thanks all the same. Farewell. Impromptu poem, The Crimson Demon. Actually, I didn't even read the last part, honestly. I just made it up. These are so aggressive pets. Are you talking about Farina's servants?
Another test subject.
Shower me with praise!
It's a lot. Into the wind.
Picked the wrong test subject. Picked the wrong test subject.
Fallen leaves. Adorn my night.
Yeah, I realized there's also a new event too, but I'll be doing that probably tomorrow. Also, how long is Farina's banning out too? 5 more days.
So this is the thrill of adventure. Hold the line!
Oh yeah, the place I want to go to is over here. I haven't started that event yet. Yeah, I think that event came out today, so I'm not too surprised.
Breathtaking.
Was it today it came out? Not even sure. It'll be fully released on the 25th, I think. On the 25th? Alright. Well, Med dear, your findings are well known amongst our readers. Indeed, we've received a good number of thank you letters. Are you here to take up a commission again? Heh, what a noble soul you are. Okay, so we got those two in the wake of Narcissus, the wild affair of Erides, questioning Melusine and answering machine. Actually, what does this have to do with anything? Wait, I think I'm in that quest right now. Entangle footprints, there's no consistent depth or pattern. Look at all these footprints, looks like quite a few people came by. Based on these patterns, they belong to 4 different people. The paper has already put a lid on this news and isolated all non-related individuals. As such, we can assume that these footprints were left behind during the crime itself. Let's record this in our investigation notes first. Messy footprints. Alright, I should do this, huh? Wait, what? The questioning Melusina's fire is the event you just triggered. Oh, okay. But this one I'm actually more interested in. This thing has like so many parts to this. Actually, am I thinking of the same one? What is this one called again? Yeah, it's been a while. Time to head back to the Narcissican cruise order and see how everyone's. Yeah, it should be. Yeah, there's freaking. And Seymour, Caterpillar. Night, Arukubox Paimon, you're back. You bet we are. Have you found anything new in the meantime? Mr. Caterpillar and I have been doing some research. Oh, and we discovered that Seymour doesn't, in fact, have an annihilation mode. Following data fragment sorting, this phrase was found to have been derived from the novel Prisoner 6 Overrun. In that book, the World Organization launched a mass annihilation agent to hunt a chimera down. Wait, that stuff's not important at all. Apart from using our free time to go out and investigate, we've also read through the books collected here one more time. We couldn't make heads or tails of them at first, and even now, well, they certainly are well written. I don't know whose handwriting is or what scribe or copyist was hired, but their penmanship is clear and clearly beautiful. A master of calligraphy if I ever saw one. Wait, so you were talking about the handwriting? Paimon's got a bad feeling about this already. Did you not find anything during this sign then? Oh, this one's fire too. It's very long though. Obviously, like all the order quests. Yep, I'm assuming. I'm assuming so. As you know, we told you all that we found the last what we found last time without holding anything back. However, I fear this time there are some clues hidden in detail that we must rely on chance to reveal. Reveal their meaning, you mean? Indeed. For example, if no further revelations concerning a murder emerge, then the blood on a penny will always remain a red smear. Then what would this chance be, Caterpillar? Well, why don't we do a quick recap of everything we discovered? Let's make some deductions regarding what happened in the past, what might give us the opportunity to fill in some gaps that help us support or refute our views. That's a good idea. I've always felt that there's so much about this that's familiar, but I can't recall anything about it. Okay, I can't give a continuous account of resources that I have sorted. Silly dog. Didn't you only recover your creator's name after talking to us about the matter? Mechanical noise is negative. I merely matched similar sounds during said interaction. There was no data loss or involved. However, I must append that I too find that the keyword searches make researching for entries more efficient. So what do you want to discuss? Well, for a bit of warm-up or teaser if you would, you may be referring to a heater. Yes, that's exactly what I mean. So let's start off our sessions with something simple. What is the Marianne and Anapostis exactly? That Marianne holds the greatest secret of all. I'm sure you can see that too. Let's get ourselves some armchairs, maybe crack open a few beers. Oh wait, you can't drink yet. Anyway, let us help you sort our findings out. I didn't know Caterpillar drinks. I'll start first. Well, the name Marianne itself certainly is familiar to me. The name of the person I was meant to protect is Marianne, yes, but I have no data regarding the identity of the one who resides within Anapostis. We are missing content. I can only conclude based on human unmodified lifespan that they are not the same person. That would seem to be the case, huh? It's been a few hundred years after all. Well, as for Paimon, she ate chicken and mushroom skewer this morning. Well, I guess that's my turn. You mentioned before that you encountered oceanic creatures that had a great deal of character, one might say personality even. The precondition for such creatures and their characters is the same, that an intelligent oceanine has already understood their original forms beforehand. So, were you the one who built those creatures into being, Anne? Don't you think that's kind of weird, you know? Summoning familiar friends to play house with you for who knows how long and stuff? Well, I didn't do that. I actually had to get to know Petit and Cho and others first. Well then, in that case, let's see what we can deduce from the things we already know. I actually don't think getting Baiju's weapon is that much of a bigger deal when trying to get Farina's initiative though. Oh. Like, come on, I have a signature. Oh, Baiju? Yeah, try getting Baiju too, but he doesn't want to come. And yeah, the event came out today. Like, come on, I have your signature weapon. I actually don't think getting Baiju's weapon is that much of a big deal when trying to get Farina's signature weapon. Okay. For me, it's a big deal because, like, for me, I always get all characters. Regardless if people like them or not. So, like, when Baiju came out, I only got the character. I didn't even try to go for a signature weapon. But in this event, he also came back for a rerun. And I lost my first 50-50 to Baiju. So, to Baiju's weapon, I mean. Because I was trying to get Farina's weapon too. So I managed to get Farina and Baiju's weapon. Getting Baiju's first and Farina's second, fortunately. So I guess it just depends if you have the character in the beginning or not. Well then, in that case, let's see what we can do from the things we already know. Then let's begin. It's already starting. What Paimon ate this morning. Brainstorm a bit and find out anything about Anne. The name Mary Anne. Anne said that the name sounded familiar. I should ask her about it. It should come to mind. To say more, she is someone that he must protect. Either way, ordinary humans don't live that long. It's been several hundred years, so they're probably not the same person, right? Mary Anne and Apostle seems very mysterious. We once suspected that Anne was a character from her dreams. About Anne. No, that can't be it. Oceanids are sentient creatures unique to Fontaine, and they can create oceanic creatures through mimicry and transformation. I remember all the strange and wonderful oceanic creatures we saw before we met Marianne. There are oceanids and anapases. Maybe Osaka can create water creatures, but it's extraordinary to be able to imagine creatures with such rich personalities. It's almost certain that there's an oceanid and anapases controlling everything. Who can she be? And as a small oceanid, she didn't create the oceanid creatures and anapases. Speaking of, just how do oceanids reproduce again? The oceanid N. Anne's far too weak to control that whole realm, so she can't be the oceanid behind it all. I don't know what this has to relate to anything, but we'll give it a go. Chicken mushrooms here at the risk of missing major plot twists or important foreshadowing. I don't think this is related to Anne's background either. Okay. It's not Anne. It's definitely not Anne. I believe her. She is also searching for answers. The Marianne and Anapases. The inanimate Marianne. Marianne, who has a name as Seymour's owner and who seems to know everything. You know she's not an oceanid. She's probably related to an oceanid behind all of this. That's my conclusion, I guess. That's enough for now. More than enough for a warm-up. Correct. The oddities and anapases all point toward the powers of the oceanids. But this is not Miss Anne's doing. All this together means there's another oceanid and anapases. That is why I suspect an oceanid with whom Mary Anne has a close relationship. Or perhaps she could even be the princess herself. Do you mean to say that Mary Anne may in fact be a Princess Lyris? Yes, Lyris, the Red Empress of the Narcissian Ordo from back then, the Red Empress who loves to take heads. Take heads? I seem to have a vague recollection of something like that. Whoa. But it's not a story about Lyris, rather it's a fairy tale about someone named Mary Anne. Yes, the taking heads is just a metaphor. Lyris is made of pure water and so has the ability to dissolve and distract people's wills. The Narcissian Crew's Ordo use her to distract the ego and become holy. Searching for the keyword Lyris has yielded relevant information in my indices. Also, it was the god that attacked the UA, right? Yeah. Talking at the Red Empress has reminded me of a few things about Mary Anne. Mull that over while first, then speak to Miss Anne and say more. See the conclusion your reason awakens any new memories. More? Okay. Now, Arukubox, I remember the name Mary Anne. Oh, do tell. It's familiar to me because it's from a certain story, the same one that the Red Empress comes from. The female lead, Linda, was mistaken for Mary Anne, the servant, and Mary Anne never appeared throughout the entire story. Maybe Mary Anne never really existed except as a figment in someone's dreams. How do you know about this story, Anne? And isn't that a good question? How do I know about it? The memory feels more vivid than those I have of the evil dragon, Narcissus. Yeah, collecting, gather more leads. Caterpillar. It feels like you changed a lot since we met in the Fortress of Mirapede, Caterpillar. Would a 5-year-old child and a 15-year-old teenager be the same? Perhaps returning here simply reminds me of the past and of who I used to be. Time is frozen in the fortress, being locked up there for a day or 100 years. I'm afraid it made no difference to me. Lenore is what made time flow for me. Watching her grow reminded me that time still passes and life is still being born, shining brilliantly and then being extinguished. And so I changed as well. That said, my past self, the person I was before I met her, would certainly be more helpful to Anne and say more in our current situation. That's true. Don't be like that, Paimon. Just think about it. Making up stories for Lenore was nothing more than putting such ways of thinking to good use. Regardless, it has nothing to do with the current situation. You look like you still have questions. Since we have our own suspicions about Anne and Lyris' relationship, we have topics of discussion that can be used to refute or sustain those conjectures. How do Oceanids reproduce? I'm sure you have friends more knowledgeable than I am regarding that. Perhaps you can even find scholars of natural philosophy who have dedicated research to the question. Or you could have asked Oceanids you know personally, but you asked me. Of course I know what you mean, so this is your speculation, I see. Paimon doesn't get it. When we exchanged information earlier, Arukubox mentioned that Anne is the person in Mary Anne's dream, or perhaps she might be a manifestation by Mary Anne and Oceanid. Oceanid, why the repetition? Are you trying to make it sound cuter? Apologies, perhaps my description was ill done. Still, can an Oceanid create an Oceanid creature version of an Oceanid? Well, let's see. That's like asking if hard candy can be used as a filler for another hard candy. So what would you say? What would you say that to? This question is really interesting, but Paimon's already hungry for answers. I suppose I'd have to say. So you may not realize just how deep the rabbit hole goes. Let me explain. Do tell. You might be confused as to why there are oceanic creatures with personalities in Anaposis. If Oceanids can create oceanid creatures, then they can create oceanid humans or oceanids. Convention dictates that it's rare for Oceanids to be able to mimic a human unless the human drowns in their arms or the Oceanid has spent extensive time with the person and knows everything about them. And the Oceanid in question must also have tremendous wisdom and compassion. I'm afraid perhaps only one as powerful as Radia could do it. You know, do you think we could see Radia in human form one day? So that means Idia must be incredibly strong. So it's rare to mimic humans, but not impossible. Now creating another Oceanid, that's different. You know, I'm surprised they brought out Idia. She's from the Genie, like Genie in the Bottle event, right? Well, it's not really Genie in the Bottle, but it's like a bottle in the desert thing. I don't know. So it's rare to mimic humans, but not impossible. Now creating another Oceanid, that's different. Creating humans using human knowledge can only be achieved by gods, and the same applies to Oceanids. Creating Oceanids, it usually should be impossible in this world, at least. Unless this human or Oceanid has already placed themselves above their own kind and intent to such insanity. You mean they thought that they had become a god? That's right, followers blindly believe in their leaders, who in turn blindly believe in themselves, giving rise to delirium and delusions. I can only do what a god can do. Their deeds are not that great after all. A powerful belief is also a powerful will, and magic is a skill that molds reality to your will. Perhaps the descendant hypothesis makes more sense. Perhaps Mary Anne doesn't consider herself an Oceanid type. Perhaps it's possible, and quite understandable too. If nothing else, the Lyris I know doesn't have this kind of intelligence, nor would she be this crazy. I have some less mainstream ideas about how Oceanids reproduce, but they're not important and we can discuss them later. It's like a genie. She's the genie in the bottle. Yeah, sort of. Like, she can make anything happen within the bottle, just not outside the bottle. Alright, what do you have to say to me, Seymour? So I'll summarize in the entries regarding Lyris I possess for you two. Alright. Please do. Omitting the standard citation format, reconstruction output to match format, report to superiors. Laris is a registered oceanee. She is not eligible to be stationed in the water outside Fontaine, and has become a special source of information for the nation. She was appointed as the director of an orphanage to symbolize the love and affection of the previous Hydro Archon. The orphanage affair was mainly managed by its humans vice director, an orphanage director that then how is she connected to the Narcissan Cruz Ordo? As director, Lyris was very affectionate towards children and quite devoted to them, but her intelligence among Oceanese was below average. She wasn't very good at working out the cause and effect of things, nor could she even count. As a result, she was not qualified to perform covert investigations. Sounds kind of like a big old cat mom who can't count. You know, because cats can't count, so they pick up their kittens one by one and keep going back until they see there aren't any kittens left. Later, the orphanage was destroyed during the calamity, and official records of hers stopped there. They say she failed to understand the link between the disaster, the orphans fleeing, and her own conduct, and so she wanders the ruins, drowning in the guilt and expectation. I have an underwater locomotion module. Once, Marianne and I dove down to the ruins of the orphanage, whose coordinates were the same as those of Anaposis. There we found an oceanid swimming sadly in circles. When she next appeared in the records, she was a core member of the Narcissan Cruz Ordo and subject of a high-priority arrest warrant. Oh, but she doesn't seem like a bad person. Concerning that she may be connected to Anne, she must have been tricked. Ah yes, there's another important piece of information worth noting. The orphanage's name was the Narcissan Cruz Institute. Narcissan Cruz. These are Marishu's Phantom files that Mr. Alain Guillotine recorded for the testing light sensitivity while designing me. The output is via my image-to-text speech module. According to eyewitnesses' testimony regarding who I suspect to be liars, there shouldn't be any problems. And you may have heard of this elsewhere, but it's worth mentioning again. Alain and Marianne were orphans in the care of the Narcissan Cruz hunter. Emmanuel Guillotine took them in. Thank you, Seymour. Don't mention it, noble madam. Now let's reorganize this information that everyone just recalled. This might take quite some time and might be somewhat hard on our throats. Yeah, it's already hard on my throat. I'm ready. So regarding Elaine's younger sister Marianne and Anapasta's Marianne, the Red Empress Lyris and the Anne who's with us, what will our conclusion be? How will we sustain it and how shall we refute it? Everyone gathers. Is there anything else you feel we should add? As I mentioned before, Marianne is not only the princess in Anne's story, but she is also the person I must protect. She is the younger sister of Alain Guillotine, the one who designed me, 4ECV07. As for matters concerning me, I suppose you already know all about them, Knight Arukubox. Speaking of which, didn't we also hear all sorts of stuff while we were in Elnos? Seymour was also damaged during that time. How did it go? Did you think of anything? About the damage to Seymour now as the Red Empress, Ocean Anne. That's right, Seymour was damaged inside Elnos. Memory has been taking care of him. To my shame, yes, so I do not have such a mind. You can see it as me having lowered my assessment on myself. And according to Elnos, the battle that occurred within the body ended quite terribly. Evidently, that was the battle that damaged you, and it was an incredibly fierce one. But considering that you were damaged, then your master might have been. Common sense dictates that the fate of Marianne Guillotine's sister Elaine Guillotine was most likely a grim one. But this world is full of tales of loyal knights who exchange their lives for a miracle, so you need not grieve too much, Seymour. Seymour appears to have entered data fragment sorting mode at a pure shock. But your master Marianne was an extraordinary human being, wasn't she? And the time that has passed since then far surpasses the lifespan of any human. How did it go? Did you think of anything? The Red Empress Lyris. She was an important figure in Narcissus Crew's order, and she is also the other Oceanine involved in the tale apart from Miss Anne. One of the only two Oceanines, and we also agreed that we believe that there must be an Oceanine behind Anapasis. But her traits don't match those of Mary Ann we encountered. Could it be that Larissa's imagination was behind everything, even me? That's unlikely. Seymour mentioned that her intelligence was quite limited, so phantoms of this sort would be quite hard for her, similar to how an author would struggle to write a character more intelligent than themselves. In fairy tales, a kitten may dream of their living little master, but I fear such things don't happen much in real life. So, who is behind all this, and who in the world is that Mary Ann? How did it go? Did you think of anything? The Oceanine and... what about me again? We once suspected that you might be the person that Mary Ann dreamed of. So in your view, Mary Ann is Oceanine behind the curtain, yes? I don't know. Well then, do you find the name Lars familiar? She is, after all, the only Oceanine involved in this apart from yourself. If you mean the title, the Red Empress, then yes, I do have some impression of it. How did it go? Did you think of anything? The Mary Ann and Apostles? That makes her our prime suspect then? To be honest, we're using the process of elimination. You actually already guessed as much long ago. I didn't want to disrespect Anne though. You're right, but you do already have a version of the story in your heart, your own interpretation, yes? If that's the case, then we should go find that Mary Ann and see for ourselves. Please permit me to change the topic for a moment. Does this mean that I shall no longer be able to fulfill my orders to protect Mary Ann? We worked out this much and that's the only bit you care about? It may be cruel, but from the moment we discovered that the guillotine siblings were from centuries ago, it was probably inevitable. Correction, so the conclusion would be that it was my incompetence that exposed Mary Ann to danger? Do not blame yourself, you have fought to the point of destruction, you have done your part. There's no need to be so pessimistic either, though that is an odd thing to say to a machine. Yeah, it's like pouring Fanta into a sink then saying, "Sink, you'll get fat if you keep drinking like this." Oh, 4ACB07. I can't believe you remember that. What is it, Mr. Caterpillar? Why use my official designation? We may not have reached any conclusions, but we now know what to do next. Look, there is a Mary Ann in Anapasis too, and she also has close links to the Narcissus Crew's Ordo. My long-term memory module confirms this. As such, there's no need to restore your logic module to factory settings yet. Let's take a step back. We can still go and find this Mary Ann. Thank you for your logical troubleshooting and emotional adaptive maintenance. I think what you said makes sense. It is not yet time to defeat and restore myself to my initial settings in order to take on a new mission. Yeah, that's right, you silly doggo. Alright, let's leave things here for a while. Once you're ready, we can continue. Why don't we find this Mary Ann? Let's solve that mystery before tackling the Narcissus Crew's Ordo. Ah, the fairy tale Waterworld. I gather that some things happen over there then? We just ran into immunity related issues, often due to a night Arukubox hydro residents I saw. Probably feels like some extraordinary instinct awakening after you met Seymour. Is it time to review responsibilities and apportion blame? I do not think I should be held accountable for. I can only override my protective prerogative in moments of great danger. Don't worry, Night Arukubox will make Mary Ann and tell us everything this time. So shall we go then? Ooh, that's a lot. I'm back again. This time I must marry Anne. That's the spirit, Miss Anne. In truth, I must confess to being somewhat jealous of you. You still hold out hope of recovering your past. I've been searching for centuries, but I haven't found a thing. Now please do your best for this old caterpillar's part as well, alright? Figure out your past and come to accept your present self. Yep, I will. Oh, these guys are still here? Whoa, what are these guys doing here again? Wait, isn't that Al's group? Oh, yes it is. And you are Knight, Arukubox, and Paimon? It's really good to see you. So good that I can't control myself anymore. Please dodge to the best of your ability. She asked us to send you a message. Now let me take out her handwritten letter with my hands, which are much like yours, yellow and white ones. I don't want to hear your stories. I prefer my version. Oh, whoops.
Rest and rebuild. Strike a pose. Let the world come alive.
Buckle up. Gloves off.
Your throat must be tired after all that. Yep, it is. So much to the point that I should probably drink this water that's next to me. Good thing I had water. I wish, like, they don't have to voice all the quests in the game, but they should at least voice these really long ones. Like, these long ones deserve to be voiced. The fact that they aren't is a crime. Especially with how good they are. The bubble that was here before is gone too. Well, it wasn't Princess Lyris's magic. That's just how the story goes. Let me think of it. Think of a way. Close your eyes, everyone. And temporary optical sensor shutdown. Understood. They will be reactivated on your... I forgot what he said. Wait, why do we have to do that? The essence of a mime is pretense. The charade that something is still there, still here. And belief is the heart of magic, the faith that there is meaning here, so let's close our eyes. So Anne, begin imagining what it would look like if that bubble was still here. You close your eyes and feel some sort of fluctuation. I prefer the story of the Narcissus and Creed adventurer team sitting down happily for tea after their adventure has ended. Wow, it really appeared. The order called this set the process of imagining something into detail. Imagining. Let's go over and have a look. The jet quest. I know, right? I still remember the Autonala quest. That thing was like tremendously long. It's the entrance that has disappeared this time. And do you know how to make the portal? Can you do your imagining thing on it? Alright, let me give it a try. You close your eyes and a lonesome silence comes over you. But everyone's left, they won't come back no matter how long I wait. I can't, it seems. Wait. How are we supposed to see Marianne then? I suspect that this is because the portal has lost meaning and thus cannot be recreated. From what you told me before, the entrance was once placed here led to a story that had yet to be written. Now that she has said everything she wanted to, the story no longer has any meaning. Marianne is rejecting our answer, and that is why the way in is shut. Does this mean we're going to return empty-handed? It does seem so. I wouldn't say we're completely out of luck. What do you say that? Did you notice something we didn't then? My Arukubox, I heard something while Anne was imagining. I did hear something too, so then you can hear it too. Would that be Marianne's real thoughts? What did you two hear? Might be best not to discuss personal secrets here. The walls might have ears and all. Let's head back before talking about this. They're really worried about people talking in this, like, tower? So could you tell us what you heard? Perhaps a Heliotrope might hear something without humans and Oceanese when not just as how dogs and humans differ in that regard. I must correct your statement, my auditory components can indeed pick up higher and lower frequencies as compared to humans. However, I am not a dog. Moreover, a dog's low frequency hearing is similar to that of a human. Is that so? Well, I was talking about real dogs, not you, 4ACV07. Ah, silly dog. That said, I don't think you would hear it too, Night Arukubox. I wonder if we heard the same thing. That everyone's left. They won't come back no matter how long I wait. Looks like we heard the same thing. I suspect that this was the inner voice of Mary Ann. Did she say anything else? I'm not sure. I'm not trying to invade anyone's privacy or anything. I just think that we're onto something here with you mentioning these words, Arukubox. Let me think. After that, I also heard something like I prefer the story of the Narcissus Crew's adventure team sitting down happily for a team after their adventure has ended. And then, I don't want to hear your stories. I prefer my version. Have you noticed anything off about this, Arukubox? Please state your case. Let's think our own thoughts first. Perhaps we might be able to come to some conclusion. You don't seem to want to link the two of them together. Neither elimination nor enumeration is very fair to Anne. What a coincidence. I happen to agree. But I have some other thoughts to share too, though they may have nothing to do with the next step in our reasoning. Are you willing to listen? I'm listening. Earlier we broached the topic of Oceanid reproduction. It's a huge topic for Oceanids to mimic and transform into one of their own kind, just as it is for humans to create humans. But you see, humans can't create humans through love. Go pursue eternity, not through mystery, but love. What if, by some chance, this mysterious method of Oceanid reproduction is accomplished through imagination and mimicry? Perhaps a regret or remorse gives birth to a thought, and as you imagine the path that could have been taken, a new Oceanid is born. That's a very interesting idea. We'll never know, after all. It's a secret passed down amongst Oceanids only. In any case, we'll begin once you're ready. Let's begin. It's gonna be hecka long, isn't it? Oh no. Marianne, who will have a fairy tale about the ending, she refused our visit, but she mentioned her memories for the Narcissus Crew's Institute. It sounded like she was waiting for someone to return to the Institute ruins. What the heck? The only one who grew up in Narcissus Crew's Institute and has a machine background is Marianne Guillotine. Marianne Guillotine's memory. Marianne has Marianne Guillotine memories. Oh, that can't be it. What did I click? Marianne is that younger sister. So then Marianne is Marianne Guillotine. They have the same name and matching memories. The person who once waited within the deserted ruins for everyone return was Lyris, the former director. Director Lyris's memories. Marianne has Lyris's memories. Marianne is Lyris. We're so that Marianne is Lyris. Another piece of evidence that we have is that they both use Oceanid powers to control Anapausis. Her whereabouts afterward are unknown. She is also the only other Oceanid involved other than Anne. I don't know why I can't get this out of my mind. This morning, Paimon 8. Oh my god. If that's something important, that's gonna be crazy. This can't really be foreshadowing, can it? Her whereabouts afterward are unknown. She is also the only other Oceanid involved in. The identities are contradictory, but how can she be both people at the same time? Lyris' abilities. This must mean that Lyris is an Oceanid, probably has special powers. Her job in the Order was to dissolve the members' egos. What could have happened between her and the missing Mary Ann Guillotine? Lyris and Anne. For some reason, Lyris has dissolved Mary Ann's guillotine personality, and afterward, their wills now mixed began to dream. They dreamed of a simple world where the princess is saved and the evil dragon gets killed while the heroes are always pressing onward. They dreamed of the world where everything was simple and had an answer as long as Anne was there. Thus, Anne and Mary Ann were born. For some reason, Lyris has dissolved Mary Ann's guillotine personality, and afterward, their will. We put the pieces of the keys that were floating all over the LGC back together. It's just an empty box after being put together, but we finally figured out what the lost pearl should look like. What are you trying to say, Caterpillar? Don't give Hyman any hint, she's gonna figure this out on her own. We pieced together a good guess from the clues, but the truth is still unproven. Of course, my speech analysis module had determined that Miss Hyman is correct. Actually, I meant that we may never know the truth, but I'm afraid that we have no choice but to accept this conjecture. Tonight, Arukubox, is this the secret of my birth? I'm afraid I can't accept something like this right away. I understand, Miss Anne, it's a shocking fact and it'll require you to accept yourself again. But I don't think it should be that difficult to do so. After all, knowing your past does not require abandoning everything about the present. I do not understand the specific context of the discussion, but I would like to add that I do not believe that I am different from how I was before suffering this damage. Even though you insist on addressing me as a silly dog, my notification number is still 4ACV07. Come on, it's not that serious. I promised Night Arukubox I would accept this conclusion as long as it's reasonable. And I have a suggestion, one that would resolve Miss Anne's quandary and put a stop to Narcissus and Crew's plan. Narcissus and Cruz. Narcissus and Power Winners. You mentioned him before. The Caterpillar. Just who is he, huh? Well, Senpai put the leader of the Narcissus and Cruz Ordo. Well, it sounds like he's got an impressive resume, but isn't the Narcissus and Cruz Ordo always up to no good? Wouldn't that make him the nastiest of the lot? Of course, during my time with my master creator and the other Marches hunters, we devoted most of our time to hunting the Ordo down. As I said before, the goal of the Elnas operation was to capture or eliminate Narcissus and Cruz as well. However, my memory does not contain any intelligence regarding his involvement. That's a given. Looking back at it now, he was merely using us as bait, and I wasn't the only one. It was the same for Jacob, Lyris, and many others in the Ordo. I'm afraid Elna's operation was probably never more than a red herring, with the goal of leading you and Guillotine away to buy time and more time to execute his true plans. Remember the doomsday clock I mentioned? That's what the Ordo considers a countdown to the apocalypse, right? To be more precise, it's a apocalypse as calculated by the world formula. This planet itself should survive just fine now. The beasts of the stars shall drink the economic good, the world dry 800 years more, and all surface life shall be wiped away. The beasts of the stars shall drink amniotic fluid, the world dry. Are they talking about the narwhal whale? Once life on the surface is wiped out, only that wishes underwater will remain. Can a planet full of fish eventually rise up to the ocean of stars? The thought of all terrestrial life going to sea is pretty spooky, but when you say things like that, it does give things a romantic ring. It's the heading of Yai Publishing House novel from a few years back. Amari brought it back to the village to learn how to paint. Oh, no wonder. Anyways, for myself and others gathered here, the Narcissus Cruz Ordo is the source of all of our troubles. Its objectives and Narcissus Cruz's big purpose are actually completely selfless. He only took actions he did because he calculated the coming of the apocalypse. He wishes to save the world. So, is the world on the verge of destruction? I believe this to be a pathological delusion caused by paranoia. Were the apocalypse real, will you be able to forgive Narcissus and Cruz? No, it's a bit too scary to consider such things. You have yet to understand what happened to you, and as for you, Seymour, your hostility is a result of your programming and the duties it imposes. I suppose we must find the Holy Blade of Narcissus and Cruz. The Holy Blade of Narcissus and Cruz. I'm talking about the real one, of course. As much as it may be quite strange to say that the ceremonial sort of magic society is real, not only will it help us stop Narcissus and Cruz's plans, but its unique power may be able to undo the merging of wills. We should be able to separate Lyris and Marianne, and then Miss N, you can defeat the evil dragon Narcissus and rescue Princess Lyris. Regardless, we should be able to separate Lyris and and you can defeat Narcissus and rescue Princess Lyris. Let's get moving. As a spread, it might take some time to explain, so let's move out first, and I'll explain when we get there. Oh, this tower. Atmospheric visibility is acceptable today, and not that you can see the tower over there, yes? That I can. I passed it by earlier, actually. That building was once known to the Narcissus and Cruz Ordo as the Tower of Isipismus. I don't even know if I said that right, but we would later call it the Tower of Gestalt. It was named for the idea that things had been separated and needed to be combined to display their original complete form. But I suppose I might be speaking in reverse. The heart was complete to begin with, and the mistake was to divide it up for a separate study. Power didn't get a thing, you said. That's fine, don't worry about it. Plays on words are also a trick that mysterious organizations enjoy putting. What matters is that what we must do next. Some of the vocabulary used is missing from my semantic indexes, so I could not properly parse your meaning. But I understood the last sentence. Please tell me what I should do. While investigating along, I found a map of the seal of chemical marriage. You could see that I found 4 seals. What? And this tower is just one of the locations? That's not the place we need to go. That said, though, you can be sure. Perhaps our destinies will take us there in the future. Either way, we need to use the position of the tower to locate the 4 other places. That's why we come here first. So, what are those 4 seals for? That said, we discovered from experience that it's usually best in practice to just break the seal to give whatever ringleader we find a good walloping. As for me, I'd like to restore the Holy Blade of Narcissus and Cruz. Cool, and no weapon. It's more for ceremonial use, but it could be used as a weapon, I guess. Well, I suppose we could just call it the answer. As I said before, the Narcissus and Cruz Order once held a ceremony to remove the ego and will. The Holy Blade was used in that ritual. I remember something about that. If Lyris and Marianne was created and if the old me was placed in some hellish body, wait a minute. Didn't we already find the Holy Blade in Narcissus and Cruz? What, really? Look, a wooden sword. A wooden sword? Yes, the wooden sword we found during our adventures. Yes, so it is. Hey, what kind of reaction is that? For us, you can think of it like this. That's a wooden sword found in the Narcissus and Cruz Institute and made the Holy Blade of Narcissus and Cruz. That makes it more important than any ordinary wooden sword. Perhaps it might be of use when the time is right, just like the Holy Blade in the story. Really, you don't need to try to make us feel better. Got it, let's go. Anyway, assuming I looked in the map from the right angle, we will find the entrance to one of the seals nearby. Started. Oh my god, do I have enough time to complete all that? I don't even think I have enough time. Yeah, I might have to complete this another another time. Anyways, I'll probably end the stream here for today since I do have a family gathering that I have to attend to. So thank you guys for coming by and see you guys tomorrow.